So we had a dilemma yesterday. Went for a bit of a yacht, and we hadn't been for a yacht for a while because we found this really awesome lagoon to go wing foiling in, and so we hung around there for ages. Went for a yacht yesterday and the jib wouldn't unfurl. Yay! That was a heap of fun. So trying to go upwind without a jib was interesting. Then we turned the corner around the headland and it was all downwind to the next destination, so it was all good. But we certainly weren't able to use a jib. So I was just up there to have a look, and as I'd sort of suspected, it was a top swivel, and the top swivel has some balls in it. Well, it had some balls in it. It's got these like white rocks in it now. So, but we also discovered jib's not looking so great at the moment either. So that's a whole nother can of worms to open up. So there's the jib, that all bricked up as a Ron project, and over here there's culprit head swivel. What do we got? So this is our head swivel. This is the piece that our sail attaches to, and it goes round and round and round and round. Swivel, swivel. This is the halyard component, and it goes round and round and round and round. And it's supposed to swivel, but as you can see, that bit's supposed to swivel independent of that bit, but it doesn't. And therein lay the problem. So you'll see there's some white balls under here, some white balls in there, some white balls in there, and well, there were some white balls in there. See if I can rotate something to show you what they sort of become of. There you go, you can just see it here. Woo, focus, little camera. In there you can see what's remaining of some balls. So I've got to undo this grub screw here, which hasn't been undone for, my guess, is at least 30 years. So we'll see how that goes for me, eh? Pulling apart 30-year-old crap. So trick number one, we got a stainless steel part inside a anodized aluminium part, not so anodized where the thread is. So there's a little bit of corrosion that generally fills the threads in. So I've got a little pointy pick tool thing, and I try and clean the thread out as much as possible wherever there's any sort of corrosion started to build up. Because anything that sits on the thread will stop the grub screw from coming out, and as soon as it stops wanting to come out, then everything goes bad. So really fun, boring cleaning of threads out. Do it dry, because as soon as I squirt WD-40 or the Centauro that I'm using in there, this turns to a muddy mush and it's hard to clear out. Whereas when it's dry, I can just give it a quick blow and the dust disappears. Before I give it a squirt. And you gotta be a little bit delicate as well, in that you don't want to actually damage the thread with your scraping tool. Yeah. I'll keep fluffing away here. Right, so I'm fairly happy that I've got most of the build up off the threads. So now it's time to hit it with penetrating oil and lubrication. Centauro. It's a bit like WD-40. but different. Same stuff, different smell. Okay. So give it a good blast so it helps to try to peel out anything. That's about it. Oh look, I've got Centauro all over the lens by the looks of it. Oh, I've had a shocker. Allen keys. Get yourself a bloody good set. This brand is a Weira brand, and they're actually stainless steel, and they are phenomenal. They have quite a hard machined surface and edge. They do a hardened tool steel one as well. They're quite expensive, but they're worth every single cent of it in frustration that you don't have to have, and grub screws that you don't have to drill out. Having good tools, particularly Allen keys and torque screws, just try to buy the best that you can. Right, here we go. So that's my tool waffle for the day. So if you want to sponsor the video, sponsor us tools, we're more than happy to accept nice tools. Okay, that's the size I want. Try and do this one-handed. Here we go. This is when we got winner. But I shouldn't say anything too much. Now, trick here is don't just try and unwind. You'll notice I'll go backwards and forwards quite a bit. And what this is trying to do is clean and maintain the threads so that hopefully it won't gall up on me. Oh man, this never happens, especially when you've got a camera on it. Unbelievable. You would not read about that in the papers, but that just came out. Okay, so there you go. A little bit of preparation and trying to tidy up the threads and everything to make it work is definitely worthwhile. Mark that. So when I pull it apart, I know where it goes back together. Here we go. Grub screw came out, but this top bearing race won't come off. Alright, it's going to require some extra tools. Here we are 24 hours later, and this of course has gone from being a fantastic job where the grub screw came out easy to a small nightmare where this here is actually a threaded bearing race, and of course it's not going to come off, not a small nightmare. So did a small shout out on the old Facebook pages to see who was around the area where we are, and an Aussie guy has come to my rescue. It happens to have a big set of multi-grips that we can grip this thing with and try and pull it apart. But yeah, it's just been one of those jobs, like every job on the boat, where it's just turned into from a small easiest job to a complete nightmare. So I'll take this grub screw out again. I'll use my C-spanner that I got for doing my hydraulic rams, put that in there and see if I can grab the inner race thing with the big multi-grips and hopefully just pull it apart. I have actually broken a screwdriver and one of my really nice stainless steel Allen keys in the process, which I wasn't filming, but yeah, trying to use root tools in the wrong way and paid the price, unfortunately quite dearly with my Allen keys, but that's it. Yeah, so let's see if I can pull this thing apart so I don't completely munch this thing. Ye old rago. You got a soft aluminium anodized fitting, and we need to protect this from the big pliers that are going to grip around it and not damage the aluminium too much. So I'm going to wrap our whatchamajigger around it, try and protect it. Big part. Thanks Pete. Peter from Western Australia has been so kind as to lend us these to try and do the job. Let's hope it works, eh? Here we go. And it just spins around and around. I may have to take the rag off if it's too slippery. Alright, let's see if I can grab it on the lower bit. Might be a case of it's grabbing the race instead of the middle piece. So, let's see. So, it keeps slipping due to the rag. Reduce the amount of rag, but it means that I'm going to bruise the aluminium when I squeeze it with the tool, which is not ideal, but not being able to grip it is not ideal either. So, possibility that I may leave some dents or tool marks in the part here. Hey, we have a winner. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm putting this tool into the thread here, which is not ideal, but I'm running the program that I do have a tap and a die. So if I do bruise the thread here and the grub screw doesn't go back in, if I get the nut off, I can actually run the tap through here and re-establish the thread, so my grub screw will go back in there. So that was a small risk I took. Doesn't feel or look like I had too much load going in here, so it should be okay. But I can't believe this, but I've actually it's actually coming apart. So here we go. How much did I bruise? Okay, so there's some small marking here from where the big grips. So the tool I'm using has a serrated type jaw, and this is to get more grip on the part. You can see I've actually bruised the aluminium a little bit here, which is not ideal, but you know, I'm going to have to take this as a small win in that I didn't completely mash the aluminium, but yeah, it'll be okay. It won't corrode away on me at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but it means I might be able to get this part up and running again.
Getting nice close-ups of your band-aid.
Yeah.
Disney princess
band-aid. Yeah, my Disney princess band-aid. So this, I broke the Allen key, my beautiful Allen key. I broke it, and it cut me at the same time, so it wasn't ideal, and now I've got a Disney princess on my finger. So this is what we're looking at. Ugh. Don't gall up on me now. Whoops.
What was that?
That was a ball bearing. Whoops. Polluting the ocean.
Oh, you can see a cracked one in there.
Yeah, they're all split in half and mashed.
Yeah.
Now I didn't use the rag this time because I'm actually not holding it that tight. Alright, there we have it. So this is the bearing race up here that the balls have been running on, which is in reasonably good condition, apart from where I gave it a small bruise with the screwdriver. I don't use a screwdriver, but here you can see the balls are all split in half and smashed. So that's why our head swivel is not working.
Is there a place to replace these?
I hope so. Okay, so we need to get the balls out of here and not put them all in the ocean. So we get them into those cups what we're going to do is wrap the rag around and try and create a bit of a net around it. Sing the whole swivel around. There we go. There we go. Okay, Eden, so with your cup, I'm going to try. That's it.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, they're mashed. So take the race, so this top race will come off. So have the cut, and then don't actually sort of pick them out. You should have just roll them around and they'll sort of fall out. That's it. Okay, so screwed that back down so the balls can't come flying out the bottom, no more than what I already have. So the challenge is now going to be replacing the 3 balls that I think fell out of there.
Oh, more than 3.
Without losing all the others. The trick now is actually to find new balls. Right, so day 3 of the head swivel saga. So I managed to find some balls so that we can replace the broken balls, and we're also going to replace the bottom row of balls. So splashed out and parted with some coin for some little brown balls, and we're replacing what appeared to be nylon balls, which 30 years ago was probably what you could get. We're now replacing them with Toulon balls, so they're a bit more expensive, but much more capable, much more able to handle higher loads, and their tolerances of being round are much better than the other balls. The little white balls actually had blowholes in them where they blew the ball up, and they weren't very round, and they weren't particularly good balls. So it's a bit of an upgrade for it, probably an overkill, but all I could get was Toulon balls, so I got Toulon balls. So we'll get the bottom row of bearings out without dropping them all in the harbour, hopefully. Then we've got to get them all in without dropping them in the harbour, especially after paying island prices for the balls. I don't want to be dropping them in the water, so we'll have a go at it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, balls away. Boom. All gone. Caught them all.
No, they're all plastic and tiny.
Those ones.
They look like pearls.
You want to put all those ones in the bin. Keep these ones as some spares. Okay, the trick now to put it all back together. So, my current plan of attack is balls.
So are you going to put the balls in there?
We're going to put the balls in there.
How's that going to work? They're just going to stick to the side.
Yep.
But small, don't lose that.
Yeah, don't lose these because these are not cheap. Or 1.
How many are you putting in?
25.
Oh. Nope, just got stuck on the tape. $25 is a lot.
Yep.
Will you grease them up?
Nope.
Why not?
Because they stay dry.
Why?
So they don't get contaminants stuck to it and wear it all out.
last one?
Nope.
That's the last one. Is that the last one?
It's the last one.
So now how are you going to push it down?
Oh.
Aiden's missing 7 balls because it's currently 18.
Yep.
Yep, 7 was crashed. That one here. Oink. Oink.
Right, so all gone in without falling out, so that's a good start. And we accidentally lose all the balls in the bottom, because that would really suck. Okay, you want to grab the other bag of balls, Harry?
For the top?
Yep. Okay, watching the tape fold.
Shadows. Shadows everywhere.
So it'll stick to the bottom half, but not to the top half or to the bearings this time. Beauty.
So, Dad, are we gonna replace these bottom balls? No? Okay.
Okay, so this should be a little easier to put in. Oh, look at that. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, on a winner here, Ollie.
That's good.
Put the locking screw back in. Call it job done.